Hola, welcome back to my channel. Today's tutorial is going to be a very different fall makeup look. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos because I am also a fan of a lot of channels, and I don't know, I think they are all, most of them are doing like brown, bronzy, very warm tone makeup looks, and I think on fall you can actually wear a lot more colors than only brown, or when you're doing smoky eye, I'm sorry, it doesn't have to be like from black to brown. You can use a lot of colors. You can use like burgundies, but you can also use something like this, like I'm wearing a blue with a purple kind of accent. It is still a very smoked out look, but it is very colorful, but still very wearable. So if you want to know exactly step by step how to achieve this makeup look, then keep watching. Well, first, as I always do before starting to do my eye makeup, I use an eye primer. This is Mary Kay's eye primer, which I've been loving lately, and it just really works very, very good. And I know you can also get this one in America, so I'm using this as my eyeshadow primer all over the lid and also in my lower lash line because I will use some eyeshadow there because I want to have this very smoked out look. So I want this eyeshadows to stay in the place. The first color I'm going to use is going to be actually a blush. It's my TheBlam Cabana Boy Blush, and it is like a berry kind of pink or pink berry tone. Very nice. It has a little bit of shimmer, but this one is going to work for me as a transition color. So I will use a blending brush. This one. It's a very big blending brush, and I will only use very few product because actually the look I'm going to do today just is not a very pink look. It's more like a purple kind of navy blue look. So you will blend and blend and blend and blend and blend. Now, the second color I'm going to use is a shade from MAC. It's called Nocturnelle, and it's like kind of purple. Very nice. Every year, every fall, every winter, I always come back to this shade because it's very very flattering for all skin tones. So when I'm doing a smoky eye on me, I love this shade. And when I'm doing smoky eye on someone that has a deeper skin tone, I also love it. So I always reach for it again. I think that I will buy it again if it's finished. Well, I'm going to use a different blending brush. Remember this one, the first one I used, is kind of big. So now I'm going to use another one. I believe this is a Sonia Kashuk. Yes, it's a Sonia Kashuk for Target brush. I got this like 2 or 3 years ago. And as you can see, it's kind of smaller and a little bit more pointed. And it's also a blending brush, but it works kind of different. This one blends all around, and this one is like a more precise brush, I think. And I'm going to use this one to apply my Nocturnelle shadow. I want to put it all over the crease. So one tip I can give you, if you have like hooded eyes like I do, try to not to put your mirror here, because then your eyeshadow is going to put in a way that your eyes are going to look more hooded. So if you put your mirror in front of you, it's going to be easier because you're going to be looking to the front, so you can actually see where you're putting your eyeshadow exactly. Like in your crease, but a little bit more above your crease, so they won't look as, fat. I don't know how to say in English. This area, or the skin on my brow bone, like fat. I don't know if that has any sense, but that's the way I feel about it. So you're gonna blend, 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 blend as usual. And as you can see, it's a very nice kind of purplish color. Infallible eyeshadow. The name of the shade, it's called Midnight Blue, and it's a lovely, lovely shade. Super dark, very shimmery, very nice. I just love it. So I'm gonna use different brush. Probably this one. It's like a flat brush. And I'm going to pat this color all over my eyelid. You will see it's very nice. So if you have any fallouts, it doesn't matter because we're going to do our makeup and our concealer at the very end, because that's actually my advice when you are using very dark colors, to do the rest of your makeup at the end and not at the beginning. So we're going to pat this all over the lid. It matches my nails. The only thing you have to be careful is not to go above your crease, because when you blend it out, if you did one above, when you blend it out, the purple is going to turn more blue. So we want to keep the blue away from the crease and above the crease, only in the eyelid. Now I'm going to go back and blend, no black, go back and blend with the same blending brush from Sonia Kashuk, the same purple. And I'm going to do this very slowly because I don't want to move my blue. I just don't want to have any harsh line, so that's the main reason I'm blending. Now I want to use a black, and I actually have a perfect black from MAC, and it's the Black Tide, I think that's the name. And as you can see, it has a little bit of shimmer. The thing is, I have another very similar from Wet n Wild that comes in a palette called Spoiled Brat, and it's kind of the same one. I'm going to show you, but I believe the Wet n Wild is kind of better. It feels more creamy. This one is from MAC, and this one is from Wet n Wild. So anyone you want to choose. For the purpose of my tutorial, I'm choosing the Wet n Wild because I want the black to be like more deeper and more pigmented. And I'm going to use a very small brush. This is from e.l.f. and it's actually called a concealer brush, but I think I've never ever used it for concealer. I've always used this one to smudge out the color, and today I'm going to use it to kind of line as a liner, probably the shadow. Not exactly, because I want to use it wet, because it's a smoky eye. So I want to do like a cut line here, as you can see. And since it is a smoky eye, I'm going to put it all over my lashes. This same Wet n Wild palette has a silver, which I'm not going to use today, but also a pink, a very, very bright pink, which I'm going to use very, very carefully to, not to blend, but I want to have a little bit of that pink right on top of my purple, so it will be like more an ombre look, if that has any sense. If that makes, I'm sorry, any sense. So I will use again the same one brush, but I will only put color in the tip. This is so pigmented, you really, really have to be careful. I want to put it right on top of the purple, but I don't want to get all the way to the brow, so just keep that in mind. Very close to the purple one. Now, I'm going to define my brow before doing my brows, and for that, I'm going to use this nude eyeliner. It's from Oriflame Beauty, which that's a brand that I don't think you can find in the US, but you can find it in the UK, so that's the main reason I'm going to use it. And I love it I love it too, so that's why I'm using it. And I'm going to put a line, draw a line all over my eyebrow, and with another flat brush, actually this is also a concealer brush, I'm going to blend this so we don't have any harsh lines again. I'm going to use this completely matte kind of vanilla shadow. It's from a Mexican brand, and I'm going to use this only to set the pencil I just used to draw around my eyebrows. My eyebrow, because the other one was already done. And now I'm going to do my brow before applying my falsies. Today I'm wearing some falsies, as you can see. I have like pretty long eyelashes, but this tutorial, since the colors are very dark, I felt it was time to use my falsies. So I will do my brows, and I will brows. I think it's brows. I want to do my brows, and I will come back right after. If you want to see exactly how I shape and fill them, don't forget to click in the description bar down below, because I will leave the link that take you to that video where I explain in a very simple way, in very simple steps, how to get the perfect eyebrows. So I will be back. So my brows are ready, and now it's time to put on my falsies. So I will be back right after putting them right after putting them on. So I already put my false eyelashes, and I'm going to use the same concealer brush from e.l.f. and the black shade from this trio, and I'm going to do like if I would be applying eyeliner but with shadow. So you will notice that I am wearing falsies. See? Now I'm going to continue with the rest of the face, but first and before doing my bottom lash line shadow application or whatever, I'm going to clean up because I feel like I have a lot of fallouts. So I'm going to use micellar water. This is from Oriflame Beauty, and it's amazing. I don't know if you can get this in America, but it is really, really amazing. A cotton pad, and I'm going to clean everything up so I can start the rest. I think I have to put a little bit to apply a little bit more of the pink shade, because I feel this eye has a lot more pink on top. So I'm gonna go back. And so dramatic. I love it. This is a very, very sexy look. I feel it's amazing. Now, I was like all inspired. Now I'm going to continue with the rest of the face, and I'm going to use my CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous. I always have a hard time saying all the name complete. CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous, and the shade I'm going to use is 825 Buff So Beige. I don't like to take the foundation into the sponge and then to my face. I always put the foundation in my face and then I blend it with my sponge or my brush, whatever I'm using in that day. I don't know why. It's just a personal choice, but you can do whatever you feel makes you feel better. I'm gonna blend this with my complexion sponge, and it's already damp, so it was ready to use when I so it works amazing when it's wet. Well, actually, I took away the excess of water or water excess. I think this shade sometimes is kind of light. Like today, I feel it's very, very light for me. But I'm gonna make this work using some bronzer and highlighter and a very nice blush. I'm gonna apply my concealer, in the Kardashian way, like in a triangle. And I'm gonna blend it with my sponge, the Complexion Miracle Sponge. This concealer dries like fast, so you get to work it through. Now my concealer is done, and now I'm going to set it in place, and I'm going to use an HD powder. This one is from Oriflame Beauty. It's called Studio Artist Loose Powder, but you can use whatever you have. I like to stick to this kind of HD powders. They're kind of white, but for me they work amazing to set the concealer, so I'm going to stick to that one. And I'm going to use a Real Techniques brush just to put on the HD powder. Now I'm going to contour. And for that, I'm going to use my NYX matte bronzer. I've been loving this one lately. The shade it's light, 01 light. I got this from Ulta, and I really been enjoying. I know it's kind of orange. It's not the coolest bronzer I own, but I don't know. Lately, this has been my favorite. I'm going to use a kind of, this is a blush brush, but it is an angle blush, so this one works perfect for contouring, and it's very dense, so it's very precise too. I want to do the fish face. And I'm going to apply it under my cheekbones. I love the shade. On my forehead a little bit. I use the same brush for my nose. So tell me on the comments down below which bronzer is your favorite. Some of us sometimes we prefer cooler tones, and sometimes I do enjoy more like warm colors like this one. But let me know what you like best. I love to read the comments, so leave me. I feel like I have very long face, so I always put a little bit of bronzer here so it won't look as long. I feel like I have a cucumber face. Does that make any sense? Cucumber face, like too long, or banana face. So I contour here. Now I'm going to use my blush, and believe it or not, lately I've been loving to apply my blush with my Real Techniques sponge. I don't know why. I just feel it is a super flawless and beautiful finish when I apply, especially this kind of blush, like the Balm. The powder products are too pigmented that sometimes it's kind of hard to work with them. So since I've been using the sponge to apply and blend, I feel like I found the perfect match for a beautiful blush. So I'm going to show you how I do it. I pick up a bit of color, and then on the back of my hand I make sure I don't have too much product, and then I smile and apply my blush. See? It's so beautiful. I love it. And if you feel like you've applied too much, like I feel on this side, you can use the other side of your sponge to blend. Now for my highlighter, I'm going to use the Bobbi Brown Shimmer Brick in beige. It's already broke. Here's my highlighter, but I just love it. I don't know. This being like one of my most precious beauty products, my Bobbi Brown beige highlighter. And I'm going to use this kind of brush, and I'll smile and apply it on top of my cheekbones for this super flawless finish. Applying highlighter with a stippling blush is kind of weird, I know, but I just love the finish. Can you see that? Isn't it beautiful? I love it. I've been liking very much this look for a night out. Now, my lips. You can go for a nude color, which will be like, you know, most of the girls, when we use it or we're wearing a very dark eye look, we always go for the nude lip. But for this time, I'm going to get out of my comfort zone and use a different shade I will normally use, but something that will still work. So here are two options for, I don't know, for different styles. The first one is a nude color, and this is from Loreal, and it's called Collective Privé or Collective Privé. And this is the nude by Jennifer Lopez. And you know I love Jennifer Lopez makeup. On the red carpet, she's always the best. And this is like a pinky nude, as you can see. This will be like the perfect shade in the, I don't know, the lipstick I will normally choose for a very dark eye. But as I told you, this time I'm going to try something different. And I have here a MAC shade called Speak Louder. And you might think I've used this a lot. I don't know what went wrong with this lipstick. I've used it only like 3 or 4 times since 2 years. Like 2 years since I got this. And I don't know why. It's a very nice color, but I don't reach for it very often. So I'm going to try it today. Okay, now I forgot before doing my lips, I should do my eyeshadows on the, my lash line, my bottom lash line. I forgot to apply my shadow there. So I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to use first a black shade. I'm going back to the Wet n Wild black glittery shade, and I'm going to use it as a liner with a pencil brush. But I don't want to have only a black line. So I'm going back to my MAC Nocturnelle. Nocturnelle. And with the same pencil brush, I'm going to apply it and I'm going to smoke it out with this shade. It doesn't matter you go like very down. It doesn't matter because it is a smoky eye look. So don't worry. Now I'm going to go to the blue, to the navy Loreal blue. And I'm going to apply a little bit just from the middle to the outer part of my eye. Now, last but not least, I'm going to use my mascara on my bottom lashes as well. I already did it on my top and falsies, but I'm going to do it in the lower. So this is the final result. I hope you enjoy it. This is a kind of different fall makeup tutorial. And now it's the big time to say the name of the winner of the Colores de Mi Tierra palette, which if you haven't seen yet, if you didn't participate in this giveaway, I'm sorry. But this is from a Mexican brand called Bisou. And it's a palette with different colors that match the mariachi outfit, which is right here. And the giveaway included a mascara, a waterproof mascara from the same brand, and a very, very nice, not exactly nude color, it's more like the Kylie Jenner kind of nude but brownish color. So the name of the winner, well, first and before saying the name of the winner, I have to thank every single one who watched my last video in English from my September favorites. And I want to say a special thank you to my friend Fabiola in Boston, because this was a video collaboration. She's in Boston and I'm here in Monterrey, Mexico. And we did this collaboration just to, I don't know, we want to give away something very special in each one of us in our channels. And I want to say thank you to Fabiola for inviting me to do this collab video with her. And thank you all the people who subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to go back to Fabiola's channel. I've heard she has giveaways very often. Giveaways very often. So go back to her channel, enjoy her videos, enjoy her giveaways, and don't forget, if it is the first time you watch a video from my channel, don't forget to subscribe so you can see all my new videos every single Saturday. So thank you very much for participating, all the ones who did everything to win. The name of the winner is Miss Ashley. And I will send a message to you so you can give me your address and I can send these goodies to the door of your house. So thank you very much for participating and thank you very much for watching this video. I'll see you next Saturday.